Right now, we know who's coming in. If we try to eliminate travel, the possibility that some will travel overland, will come from other places, and we don't know that they're coming in, will mean that we won't be able to do multiple things. We won't be able to check them for fever when they leave.
Do we not have, if I can interrupt you just for a second, do we not have a record of where they've been before, i.e. a passport or travel status as they travel from one country to another?
Borders can be porous, especially, may I finish?
All right, folks, joining us now is the one and only Donald Trump. You know him, you love him. Donald, I don't know what to say. I am really rendered speechless by this man who is in charge of keeping us safe at the CDC.
Well, he sounds like the most confused, disoriented man I think I've ever heard speak. He is just crazy. There's something wrong. Now, he must be told by Obama that we're going to keep these paths open to the United States, because I can't believe I listened to him the other day saying sort of the same thing about keeping it open, and because it's open, it's better for the United States. You know, we have hundreds of people coming in a day from West Africa that could very well have Ebola, and we just let them come in, and he's trying to make an excuse like that's safer than keeping them out. It is the craziest thing I've ever heard, and everybody agrees. I mean, either he's being told, it almost sounds to me, Steve, like he's being told that this is the way it's going to be, and he's trying to make up this becocked excuse. It is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and Donald, this one is different than the one he had been using where, well, then we won't be able to get health workers in and out if we close the border. So today he goes to, well, we won't be able to track them. They'll come over land. Meanwhile, as you well know, 28 countries in one form or another have a ban from these African countries, including Kenya and other African countries.
The African countries, of course, you know, they're not accused of racism when they do it. But the African countries don't let them in, but we're supposed to let them in. It is incredible. He almost sounds like an intellectual guy that doesn't know what he's talking about. He can't tie his shoes. It is an absolute disgrace that we continue to allow. And I'm surprised that the airline pilots don't do something about it, or the flight attendants, or the airlines themselves don't just say, hey, listen, we're not flying there anymore.
Because the nurses have done that now. The nurses are doing that in Dallas and elsewhere.
Yeah, but where are the airline flight attendants or the pilots?
Yeah.
Why are they agreeing to, take these people? This is such a problem. You see what happened in Dallas with 2 people, and now if you really add it all up, 3 people, it's total bedlam. And the one goes and starts flying to Cleveland and flying someplace else, and now they have hundreds and hundreds of people that could have a problem. The whole thing is crazy, and it all started with somebody that came in from West Africa. So
right. and
they
had
should
no symptoms.
Absolutely stop the flights.
Right. Yeah, he had no symptoms on the plane and until he got off the plane. And what about taking Tylenol to mask the symptoms if you know you have it?
That's right.
All right. Now, now here's another thing that's troubling too, and this goes to his taking orders from Obama. The first reason that Frieden had given several weeks ago for not instituting a travel ban was we can't harm those countries' economies, those African nations' economies. And today we have Republican Congressman Tim Murphy from Pennsylvania who says that Frieden told him exactly that's the reason, that we are afraid we will hurt the African economy.
Well, I'm sure the African economy right now is going to be hurt no matter what happens, because who's going there other than us? We're the only ones stupid enough to be going there. We have a leader who is so incompetent and so out of touch, and I'm sure he's telling this gentleman what to say, and probably the guy doesn't know how to justify it, so he just talks in riddles. We should stop the flights to and from West Africa until that whole thing dissipates in some form, because it is crazy. And then you have us sending 4,000 soldiers. These are innocent young people that are going over there that aren't trained and aren't properly equipped, and they're going over to fight an enemy called Ebola. They know nothing about it. 2 weeks ago, they never heard the name Ebola. And they're going to come back, and maybe some of them will get sick. And what are you going to do, keep them out of the United States? And it is so crazy what we're doing. And the other thing, Steve, that bothers me.
But Donald, stay where you are. I want to pick up on that, and when we come right back after the quick break, we're talking to Donald Trump. We'll pick up right there with the other thing bothering Donald, and I want to ask him talk about the military. What about the National Guard? Reservists, too, that are now going to have to go over there if the president has an executive order that some are reporting. Stay where you are, folks. on Newsmax Television, Steve Malzberg Show.